My grandmother's parents, Ruth Margaret Lund, her parents were from the Scandinavian countries, and their names were John Arnold Lund and Berdardina Anderson. They were from Norway and Sweden. They had cute little accents, and they loved each other very much. John Arnold Lund would wear a tie with a little tie tack, and I don't remember him, but Betsy said that every time she was around him, he would move his tie tack up to her height. And then he would tell her, the next time I see you, I'm gonna move the tie tack up to your height. And that'll show me how much you're growing. So I always thought that was a sweet little story. I do remember Grandma Lund. She was a very tiny little lady, and she would make these little cookies that she called tea cakes. They had powdered sugar sprinkled on top of them. And the only memory I have of her, I was probably around 4 years old, and we went to her house to visit. Grandma went with me, Grandma Walton, and my mother, and Betsy. And when we got to her house, she had a pretty plate. It was clear, and it had this plate. It was a plate full of cookies. And I went up to the plate of cookies because they were on her little coffee table, and I wanted a cookie. And my mother said, no, you have to wait till after we eat before you have a dessert, before you have that cookie. And my sweet grandmother Lund, she's my great grandmother, in her little Swedish accent said, I'm the grandma, she can have the cookies if she wants to. And I looked at my mama, and Mama just nodded her head, and I got to eat a cookie before the meal because my great grandmother said I could. Grandmother Lund was sad after her husband died because she loved him so much. And my grandmother, her daughter, Grandma Walton, would go to her house every week and help her clean her little apartment. She had a picture of her husband hanging on the wall in her hall. And Grandma Walton said that Grandmother Lund, every time when she walked down the hall and saw his face in the picture, she would stop and kiss it. So every week when Grandma Walton went to help her clean, there would be lots and lots of kisses, little lipstick kisses on the glass of the frame where she had kissed her husband's picture lots of times throughout the week.